What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. In today's video, we have the M3 Max MacBook Pro. And to be completely honest with you guys, I made a terrible mistake when I first picked up this laptop, which we'll cover in today's episode. But if you are new to the channel and you do end up enjoying this content, you find value with it, please make sure you guys share this video, subscribe, and do smash that like button for me. Now, when I first started with the M3 Max, I picked up the 14-inch MacBook Pro. And my thought was, okay, I'm going to travel light. This thing is an M3 Max chip. The M1 Max was already super powerful. I feel like the M3 in a smaller form factor will do just fine for my editing and my workflows. And man, was I wrong. I got nothing but throttling. Heat dissipation was everywhere. You could hear the fan spinning up. It sounded like a vacuum was going off when I was rendering and editing my videos. For reference, I do use Adobe Premiere Pro, and I edit mostly 4K, 6K, and 8K footage, most of it 422 10-bit. So using that AI software to go ahead and edit my A roll, it was a lot easier for me to think about, you know what, okay, I don't have to carry around this massive laptop anymore. I had a 16-inch M1 Max MacBook Pro for over 2 years. I figured M3 Max, super powerful. I'm gonna go ahead and get something a little bit smaller. I'm gonna travel light and then go ahead and finish my videos down the line on my much more larger 34-inch display, or something like what I have behind me here. Adding color grading, graphics, and transitions on a smaller 14-inch screen is a nightmare for creators. So I figured I'd save the bulk and do the majority of that finished product on the external displays like I just mentioned. That backfired big time for me, which we will cover when it comes to performance. For those looking to kick off with the 16-inch MacBook Pro, it now has a new M3 Max chip starting at $34.99, and for the 14-inch, it's $31.99. My 16-inch model is equipped with a robust 16-core CPU and 40-core GPU, providing a potent blend of processing power. Additionally, it boasts 64 gigabytes of unified memory and a 2TB SSD, since most of my edits are stored on a bigger drive once I am finished. For users with elevated memory requirements, there is an option to upgrade to an astonishing 128 gigabytes of memory. However, this substantial RAM boost is exclusively available in conjunction with the M3 Max chip, featuring the 16-core CPU and impressive 40-core GPU. This upgrade incurs an extra cost of $1,300, comprising a $300 premium for the enhanced M3 Max chip and a $1,000 increment for the expanded RAM. For those of you guys that do need that extra storage, you can pick up an 8TB model for an additional $2,200, which is completely bananas in my opinion. When it comes to design, you have the M3 Max 16-inch, which does impress with its sleek and minimalist aesthetics. The aluminum chassis not only gives it a premium look, but also adds durability to the build. The slim profile makes it surprisingly portable for a 16-inch laptop, making it suitable for users who are constantly on the move like myself. The attention to detail, from the precision of the edges to the placement of ports, showcases a thoughtful design approach. I also was sold on the new space black colorway, which I think looks absolutely fantastic. Now, as you guys can see, I went ahead and also threw on a D-brand skin over the keyboard here and on the outside of this laptop just to protect it. But you can still see the space black on the outsides and on the inside next to the keyboard. Now, Apple is claiming that the fingerprints are a lot less noticeable, which is true. They're not completely gone. You can still see some of them under direct light, but for the most part, I think it looks absolutely insane, and it was another selling point for me when I picked up this laptop. The port configuration remains consistent with the two preceding models of the 14 and 16-inch MacBook Pros. The laptop retains 3 Thunderbolt 4 USB-C ports, an SD card slot, and an HDMI port. Additionally, there's a headphone jack, and the inclusion of the MagSafe port continues to be one of my preferred features in the MacBooks redesigned over the past couple of years. Your HDMI 2.1 port facilitates a maximum resolution of 8K on one external monitor at 60 Hz. It also allows a connection to a 4K display with a refresh rate of up to 240 Hz. The M3 Pro chip is also capable of supporting 2 external displays, while the M3 Max chip exhibits even greater versatility by accommodating up to 4 displays simultaneously. Now, one of the things we didn't get an update on, but I think still looks absolutely amazing, is its display. The IPS panel delivers vibrant and accurate colors, making it a delight for content creators and multimedia enthusiasts. The resolution is crisp, offering a great canvas for photo and video editing. The thin bezels not only contribute to the laptop's modern look, but also enhance the immersive viewing experience, whether you're working on spreadsheets or just enjoying a movie night. So how does the 16-inch MacBook Pro's display compare to other notebooks that are currently out in the market? Well, the display on Apple's laptop outshines both the Samsung Galaxy Book 3 and the Dell XPS 15 OLED, which are around 375 nits in terms of brightness. Samsung's device offers a similar color saturation and accuracy, while Dell's laptop features much more vibrant colors and slightly less color accuracy. The 6-speaker sound system, consisting of 4 force-canceling woofers and 2 tweeters, provided a delightful auditory experience with its rich and deep sound quality. Now, I'm not saying that the 14-inch is terrible, but in comparison to the 16-inch, I think there is somewhat of a difference, especially a bit more bass. I think it has way more bass. It sounds a bit louder, obviously. It is still the best sounding laptop that I've ever used in my life. Let's go ahead and dive into the exciting realm of performance. While the M2 powered laptops I had showcased notable power upgrades over their immediate predecessors, the leap wasn't as groundbreaking as Apple's transition from Intel Silicon. Although the M3 enhancement might not be as revolutionary as that pivotal moment, the transition from M2 to M3 remains noteworthy, particularly when considering the 16-inch MacBook Pro equipped with the M3 Max chip. The 14-inch model, on the other hand, not so much. I made that massive mistake, and this is what we're going to cover here. The 14-inch model, for me, when I'm editing 4K, 6K, and 8K video footage, it throttles. You feel it slowing down when you're editing and rendering these videos, and like I mentioned earlier, it sounds like a vacuum when those fans start to kick on, okay? Coming from that 14-inch MacBook, I was like, you know what? This is gonna be a problem for me. I need something that's much more powerful, and that's what I expected, bumping up to an M3 Max. So I went ahead and I returned the 14-inch M3 Max MacBook Pro. So guys, please don't make the same mistake I did, especially if you guys are using Premiere Pro. Final Cut, you might be fine. I don't know. I don't edit in Final Cut. But for me, the 14-inch M3 Max MacBook Pro just could not handle what I threw at it. Not even close to what the 16-inch M3 Max MacBook Pro could. Now, I do want to go ahead and reiterate, if you guys are using the 14-inch MacBook Pro and you're a Final Cut user, you might be fine. I don't know. If you do have a 14-inch MacBook Pro M3 Max and you are using Final Cut, let me know what your experience has been like down below. And for 99% of consumers out there, you're going to be fine. These laptops are completely overkill. In my opinion, you'd be better off with just the 15-inch M2 Air that we checked out a couple of months back. Even that is overkill for most of you guys out there. I unfortunately don't fall under the 99%. I fall under the 1% of creators that need a lot more power when it comes to editing and rendering videos, along with other work that's going on in the background. 30 tabs open, YouTube, streaming. I mean, there's a ton of stuff going on, okay? It's not just editing and rendering that I'm using these laptops for. So for me, I do have to go ahead and pick up the 16-inch M3 Max MacBook Pro because that's what actually works for me. Now, additionally, I conducted the Blackmagic disk speed test to evaluate the SSD performance of the 16-inch MacBook Pro. Impressively, it recorded a read speed of 5561 and a write speed of 7594, showing performance levels closely aligned with the 16-inch MacBook Pro featuring the M2 Max chip. In comparison, the MacBook Pro equipped with the M1 Max chip achieved scores of 5314 and 5564 in the read-write tests. Although there is a slight enhancement with the read and write speeds, you're going to notice it more on the write speeds with this new M3 Max MacBook Pro, especially in comparison to the older M1. But in all reality, you're not even going to be able to tell a difference unless you're offloading a ton of 6K and 8K video footage. Most of the SSDs that are out in the market right now, currently, the G40 Pro that we just checked out in the last video has read and write speeds of over 2500, which is fast enough to edit off of. But when it comes to anything over 5000, you won't be able to tell the difference. It's stupid fast, no matter what scenario you're using it for. Then we have the keyboard and trackpad. The expansive keyboard, featuring its responsive and snappy keys, has consistently been a major factor in my typing enjoyment with the two preceding 16-inch MacBook Pros. This experience holds true with the latest model, complementing my larger hands and assertive keystrokes. Despite a preference for more key resistance, the keyboard remains a favorite due to its exceptional comfort. As for the 1080p FaceTime webcam, we don't really see an upgrade here either. On the new 16-inch MacBook Pro, it does prove ideal for video calls or the occasional selfie for those inclined. Apple claims that the image signal processor and neural engine in all M3 laptops enhance picture quality. Although I didn't personally observe significant differences, the captured image as seen here appears vivid and maybe slightly blurry, depending on your scenario. Let's go ahead and talk about battery life now. The M3 Max 16-inch strikes a decent balance between performance and efficiency. In my real-world usage, which includes a mix of productivity tasks, editing, and media consumption, it consistently provided around 18 hours of battery life. Of course, your mileage may vary based on your usage patterns, but it's generally solid for a laptop of this caliber. The 14-inch, on the other hand, not so much. Even though it does destroy the competition when it comes to its price point and size, I feel like it falls significantly short when it comes to the 16-inch MacBook Pro in terms of comparisons when its battery life is in question. The 16-inch that I came from before kind of spoiled me. I was getting almost 2 days of battery life on the M1 Max 16-inch MacBook Pro. The M3 Max gets slightly less, maybe because of the chip, or maybe because I'm just working a lot more nowadays. But when it comes to battery life and much cooler temperatures, if you want that, go for the 16-inch MacBook Pro over the 14-inch. In the realm of Apple computers, the MacBook Pro 16-inch with the M3 Max stands out as the most potent device I've ever tested. As highlighted in my review, this extensively configured laptop not only surpasses its predecessors, but also outperforms comparable Windows laptops. For professionals engaged in video editing, projects are tackled with unprecedented speed, and the same can be said for gamers as well. The M3 Max delivers a gaming experience comparable to Windows PCs, especially with titles that are optimized for Apple Silicon. The addition of the new space black finish further enhances an already exceptional product. Now, while it may not be universally recommended by most people out there, the M3 Max now sets the bar as the most powerful laptop going into 2024, and it only raises the competition's level of success. If you guys are coming from an Intel-based MacBook Pro or even an M1 Max like I did, you will see a significant increase in performance switching to the M3 Max MacBook Pro. For those of you guys that are using an M2 Max, just get out of here, all right? Just leave, all right? Don't you know there's people out here with real problems? We don't need your kind in here, okay? Upgrading every 60 seconds is something new. Just get out of here. But aside from all that, I'm curious to know what you guys think. Let me know down below, where you'll also find links to everything that we covered in today's episode. If you want to see more, make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DetroitFury. And if you enjoy this content, please make sure you smash that like button for me, subscribe, turn on your post notifications. It really means a lot to me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in my next episode.